Hey Zeplin, this is Yuichi Tuba again. I just looked at your video on loneliness. Another very interesting topic to bring up, and it's something I always think about as well, with cultures and the many traits that they have and the differences too. But before I was going to go into it, I was looking at some of your titles and I was like, man, it's kind of bleak. And I thought, oh, maybe you're just more of a critical cynic like myself. But actually, I did see some more videos after this one of your anniversary ones, and this may be something that many people have said to you many times, and I don't know if it may be helpful for you at all, but just wanted to say that I'm really sorry that it has happened to you. It is an extremely horrific thing that has happened, and yeah, something I cannot relate to. But I really hope that you'll be able to heal from it fast, as soon as you can in your own time, and to grow strong from it too. And I'll even pray for you tonight concerning this. But I still respect you for sharing your feelings and sharing your story with everyone. It's such a great trait that I respect, and it's awesome. And actually, that kind of connects into what we're talking about with loneliness in big cities. When you're in a big city where everyone's always walking or running to work, and there's no time for true human connection, and when there is, people are drinking and they just want to have a good time because they had a rough day. And that is not a good thing. You have to be able to. Human beings naturally want to emote. They naturally want to either say it or show it or to express it in some way. But when you're in a city like Tokyo, when you have both that busyness and the culture, it lends itself to becoming very, very lonely. New York is somewhat similar too, but they're definitely a lot more intense, and they have this hardcore I have to prove myself kind of attitude. And if you're having a bad day, they'll be like, "Hey, you having a bad day? So what? Me too. Get over it." And that's just how it is. But so in New York, actually, a lot of people are very lonely there as well. So yeah, with Japan, I have a few friends there, or that they're from there, that has dealt with varying degrees of depression. And one of them, she has told me that psychology in Japan sucks, and it's just really, really bad. And I think it has to do with the lack of empathy in deeper, more difficult emotions. Now, with emotions such as happiness and laughter and I don't know, any of those positive, comfortable feelings that Japan really praises, almost worships it. I mean, what's one of the top traits on TV, or one of the top subjects is comedy, owadai. Everyone's always watching their favorite owadai show, like 99 and Samazu. But when it comes to more uncomfortable emotions, which are also emotions as well, that they're very uncomfortable with dealing with it. And maybe it has something to do with Japan being such a passive culture that they don't know how to deal with conflicts. And when there's emotions that deal with conflict within yourself, that maybe lends itself for it becoming that way. I don't know. But it's a real serious issue. Actually, there's a girl I know that at school, she was with some of her classmates, and she was just feeling very, very down. And just to give a little background, amongst many things, she deals with bipolar. So when she's happy, she's really happy, and when she's sad, she's really down. Well, she was going through one of her down states, and what one of her classmates told her? He's like, "Oi, 悲しくなんなよ。みんなが悲しくなっちゃうじゃん." I was like, what the crap? I was so pissed when she told me that. Because, I mean, he's saying, hey, don't feel sad because everyone else will feel sad because we'll be empathetic. I mean, that's basically what it's like, right? And, man, I was so mad when she told me that. Because instead of saying something like, hey, are you doing all right, or how are you doing today? They're saying, hey, don't feel sad because everyone else is going to be down. We want to be happy because we don't know how to deal with our own emotions. So therefore, I don't know how to deal with yours. So let's just keep everything light and happy and fake. Well, I think that's the stupidest thing, and it's extremely selfish too. I just cannot deal with that kind of selfishness. Um, I also know another girl where she's had a very bad family background where her family basically did not love her. And she told me that too. She said they don't really love me. And she was 22 at the time, and she told me she's actually never been loved before. I know. Well, I couldn't comprehend it as well. And she told me that I was the very first person ever in her life at that time to ask her how she's doing. And not only that, listen to everything that she's been dealing with. I just couldn't understand that. Now, these may be extreme cases, but I think and I believe there are more of people like her in some of these big cities, such as Tokyo. It just really saddens me. Now, granted, it's not like all Tokyo people are like this or anything like that. I know many people. They're very genuine and they appreciate true human connection and want people that are really happy. One of my coworkers that is from Tokyo and she was working here in San Francisco for a little bit. She's a very emotionally, mentally healthy person. Very cool, respectful woman. And yeah, she's from Tokyo. But yeah, granted, yeah, there are people like that you mentioned that do deal with loneliness. So yeah, but like I said, it's not just loneliness. There are some real people. Tokyo is a huge metropolitan place, so it's not like it's just Tokyo people. And even then, there are Tokyo people that are cool too. Well, anyways, that's my response. And again, thanks for sharing your thoughts and being open. And not only that, being smart about it too. That you're not just blabbering just on your instinct, but you're actually, I could tell that you actually process it in your head and you really think about it and think about what do people go through and what goes on in their mind. And yeah, that's a very good trait to have. So thanks so much. And you know what? You'll be able to get over it and you'll be strong. So just hang in there, man.